I think that would be requiring him to believe some things that he probably knows aren't true.
Well,
So, sounds like you're winging it is the term.
I just think we should say honestly, the German guy overreacted when he found the corpse room. Like that seems to me the most credible.
Yeah,
thing.
actually, I mean that's fair enough. I think, yeah.
And it also covers why there was suspicion, because it's like, we found your corpse room, mate. Your room full of corpses.
So,
Looks a bit if.
In the newspaper, has there been any Jack the Ripper stuff going on while Chester was out?
funny you should mention that. You haven't checked the paper. There was the paper article that
which you mentioned previously, which was.
But you haven't had a paper since.
Oh, okay. So, I assume Violet's driver keeps reading the papers. We'll go ask him.
No.
Right, anyway, let's do. We're doing Chester, so let's do Chester.
Yeah,
So-
but if there had been a murder with Jack the Ripper while Chester was out, we would know for sure it wasn't him.
But we know it's not him anyway.
Do we?
Yeah, the corpses were covered in bite marks and claw marks, exactly identical to those of the ghoul victims.
Yeah, but we could tell him that we thought it was him, but we saw that in the...
No, but that's all we do is we just say, we overreacted when we found the corpse room. We then went down, we saw the ghouls, we now know some serious shit is going on, we want to know what is going on.
Yeah, but overreacting just sounds weird. If we had an actual suspicion that he might be Zack the Ripper, and then realized he was not...
No, we don't even, that's way too, like, convoluted. Let's just talk to him, like, as if he's an actual human being.
Madness.
So he wakes up, and the first thing he notices is the gun. The second thing he notices is that you're all crowded around him. He doesn't ask you what happened, he just narrows his eyes. Expression stern.
So who's our who's our communicator? Who's our chosen?
It should obviously be Dr. Mac Doctor.
Dr. McDoctor.
Hugh
Yeah,
Grant.
because he's a doctor. He has much credentials and shit.
Alright, well, I can start the conversation off, I suppose. Hello, Chester. How are you feeling?
Good morning, Chester.
Terrible.
Do you know what happened to you?
I know that I was confronting you all, and then I fell, or something hit me, and now I'm here. How long have I been out?
Couple days.
What happened to your face?
We'll get to that in a moment.
Yeah, so... We got a couple of questions, Chester, I have to be honest.
I have a couple of questions for you.
Alright, we'll go first, and we'll answer yours. We've been in the room downstairs.
Okay.
Edward points to his face at this point. Guess what happened to me?
You're amazingly chipper about that, I have to be honest.
Edward is not chipper. He is
Chester's
incredibly chipper.
reaction is one of momentary surprise, and then he just sighs.
Spanish.
You've been downstairs.
What?
You've been downstairs.
You have ghoul
and then
hunt problem.
In
And
more
then
ways than one.
Yeah, we've been downstairs as well.
I know what you mean.
Excellent. Then this should be a nice, easy question for you.
When did you find out?
About...
The ghouls.
Oh, you know about them.
They
Edward once
did
more
inflict
points to his
quite a
face. Do you
few
really
injuries.
think I did this any other way?
Given
He's seen
the
you with a
time
potato
period, he's
peeler.
got that like World War I head wound bandage all the way around.
Yeah.
You went where you shouldn't have gone.
Well, you see, if someone had told us that we shouldn't have gone there, then we could have not gone there.
Preferably the man we were trusting with some of our most sort of precious secrets, no less. Some mutual respect in the matter.
If you
would be
hadn't
good.
have gone places where you weren't invited...
No, that doesn't fly in this case, I'm afraid. There's bodies there. Try again.
And I think it's one thing to keep us
Oh,
out
yeah,
of
it's bodies,
your
right.
locked
Oh,
study.
sorry.
It's another thing to say we shouldn't have gone into the storage room where the corpses were.
He's silent and he's like... thinks.
I mean, you know that we know of the mythos. Why would you not tell us?
Because they're helping me.
This should be good.
The ghouls are helping you.
Yes!
They're helping
How?
do what?
They're my friends.
Good.
Edward
Good.
at this point just sighs and goes, "So the little creatures who ripped apart my face
Yes?
and chased us through those caves are your friends."
They're not your friends.
So if
Okay.
they were so friendly, why did you not tell us?
They don't want other people to know.
Okay, let's rather than dancing around the subject, I think we know that you know that we know. How about you first up everything and go from there?
What's there to admit?
Ooh, let's start with how this all happened, why you're communicating them, what you're talking about with them. You know, let's go from there. Really,
They're teaching me.
what are they teaching you?
Secrets.
Not.
If you're, I swear, if you're any more vague, I will shoot you in the kneecap.
Edward at this point shakes his head
How
and says,
does
"No,
one properly describe the things that you know just a hint of? In
Well-
direct terms.
Try us. Some of us may catch a glimpse.
They're helping me in my studies of the very thing that you found.
So you're saying you've done a deal with these creatures in order to find out more about the gem?
And other things in general, but they know a fair bit, and I've been helping them. They've been
So-
helping me.
These corpses,
Yes.
did you take them from the morgue?
No.
where did you
Where
get?"
did they come from?
I don't know where they came from. I didn't bring them here.
So
You
who
didn't-
did?
You didn't put
They
the
did.
corpses. They put the corpses in your house.
Yes.
They clawed them
Why?
up, pushed their way up the ladder, which was covered by firewood,
Yes.
and placed them there.
Well, I think your friend there will see how strong they are.
But why would they give you corpses?
For safekeeping.
They're not cats.
So wait, you're saying that your room acted like a larder for them?
It's a very crude method of putting it, but yes.
Did they kill these people?
Just shrug slightly. I don't ask.
You seem to be slightly ambivalent about the possible death of quite a few people.
Well,
Yeah, a few, multiple dozens.
well, some of them I imagine were already dead.
You imagine? There should be no guesswork here.
I don't
Like,
ask.
this is a serious problem. They're not. These aren't like cattle here. These are people. A large quantity of people that are dead in
Not-
your home.
Not a large quantity of people compared to the number that will die if we fail.
Oh dear. Can I shoot him? No objections.
All right.
That'd be kind of such a blam. Right, next over. Moving on.
By the
We
way,
are not-
Schmidt stumbles up and into the room, holding a bottle, and
Mhm.
goes, "Oh, you are awake! This is so. I am so happy that you are awake."
At least
And I
someone-
start hugging Chester.
at
Wait,
least-
we all had a meeting though with you there. Like you.
No, I was down by the trapdoor.
You were there.
Yeah, I was about to say, I thought you were in the meeting with everyone else where we discussed all this, so you shouldn't have been too surprised that what's going on.
with Chester. Well, I'm kind of drunk, son.
He is
Yeah.
drunk.
Yeah, but it's been like 2 days.
He's been
What?
drinking.
Yeah.
He's sort of been constantly drinking.
That is what he does.
Have you been in Ghoul Hole, Chester?
Okay, yes, I have.
Have you seen where it leads?
Yeah. Yes.
Where?
Well, the small little area where they commune and meet.
Does it lead out to town?
I don't know. Not that area, no. It's just a small little dead end.
How many are there?
It's variable. Sometimes there's just the one that I talk to, and sometimes there's a few others.
He gets out a sketchbook. Describe the females.
He just looks at you puzzled, Hussy.
Chester, how would we kill them?
Kill them? Why would you kill them?
Chester, we must kill them.
No!
Yes, Chester, we has to.
Shall we grant for a moment that we have bigger problems? I mean, even if we wanted to kill them, there must be hundreds of them down there.
I don't know how many.
We use fire. It's all underground. There's no other exit. We use fire. We smoke them out.
At
That's what
what
we did in the war.
at what
The
rate
Englishman
have
remembers.
the corpses been appearing, Chester? How many a week?
Couple?
And that doesn't bother you in the slightest. I agree with the German here. We should smoke them out and take them out.
Trying
Wait,
to
wait, wait,
Englishman,
wait.
you remember how it's done. The
let's think
smoke
about-
brings them out, we shoot them all.
Let's
Yep.
think about this. for a
Smoke,
moment.
shoot, and face.
What we should do is we should ask the local police station if people have been going missing. Because if they've been stealing corpses, that's icky but fine. If they've been killing people, that's not so fine. There's also a related point, which is, even if we do eventually want to kill them, it would make sense for us to, at the very least, get what information we can from them, because we
Yeah.
are preciously short of information about mythos stuff.
Us is
these
trying
are
to learn
actual
about the
mythos
colony and trying to figure out the rate at which they're eating things and trying to do an estimate of how many there would be down there from that.
Could our doctor not actually like check the corpses and see and like see if these are corpses that died by the wounds inflicted on them, that may be from the same claws that he actually has a reference from in
I
Edward's
did an
face?
autopsy on one of them, and I believe the answer was yes, that's what they died of.
Oh,
Was
okay.
it?
I think
Yeah,
so.
yeah, he did.
Yeah.
He
So
did.
that'd
So
rule out the
they
dead body
definitely
thing.
were not dead before the claws were applied to
It
them
seemed like death was caused by
by the
said,
claws.
said claws and bite marks. Yeah.
Unless they were
Alright.
poisoned, I suppose. But don't
Well-
ghouls normally just want to eat dead things? And generally carrion eaters wait
Well,
for
to be
things
fair,
to die?
if they make them dead, then you know.
Well, yeah, but they wait around for them to ripen before they eat them. I suppose that's
Maybe.
what his larder's for.
True. Yeah. Now, why do they have to keep him up in that room if they have such a like network
Vast
down there?
cave system.
Cave is probably cold, so they don't decompose fast enough down there for their liking.
Could be. Yeah, true.
But we need to... Alright, so let's... First we need to establish if these are corpses or if they're actually killing people. We need to ask the local police station if people are going missing. The second thing we need to do is find out what Chester Bernard actually discovered. Because if he's talked to them, then hypothetically he should have information.
You
Well,
had this
but wait,
conversation
if
in front of
Daniel-
him.
Sorry, I'm talking out of character.
Okay.
Yeah, but wait, if Daniel says that he already knows that they died from the wounds inflicted by the claws, then we already know that they're not stealing corpses, they're killing people.
I'm not
Che-
sure how sure he is of that.
Chester, you must tell me. Have you ever seen young ones of them?
No. No, I've only seen what I'd imagine would be the adults.
What language they speak?
Their own. It's sort of a combination of noises, and
How you learn this?
they taught me.
Chester, how big is the tunnel?
The one that I go down, very small.
No, I mean, I know there is the trapdoor, and I know that there was other exit
Mm.
that you filled with dirt. But is there other way, Chester?
I don't know.
I see.
I never go down the other passageway. I'm not invited. Nobody is.
I see.
So is that why they attacked us?
You went down there? That way? Hmm.
Well, yeah, there wasn't a sign, unfortunately.
That's probably why they attacked you, yes.
Hmm.
Well, actually, probably just because you went down there. It doesn't take a psychology roll, Daniels, to note that this man is rather relaxed about this.
Well, he has been sedated.
With the conclusion that he's a fucking psycho, or with the
Psychopath,
conclusion
yeah.
that he's too used to it?
With the conclusion that he's very down to earth about the existence of the ghouls and them being there.
Considering his blasé, like, ignoring of how innocent people are probably getting killed here. Like, I'm going with the former. If we run into, like, a genuine psychopath here.
Edward at this point just wants to pipe up and say, does it not bother you that these creatures could just come out and kill you one night just because they could?
Or us.
Or us?
But they wouldn't.
Why not? How do you know? What
Because
concrete proof do you have?
we've built a rapport.
You said with one of them, though.
Well, yes, the other ones don't really come out here at all. They're just, you know, they have their own society, I imagine.
Cart before the horse here. What have you discovered from them?
With your hostility to this all, why should I tell you?
Did they come to you or did you come to them?
They came to me originally, actually.
How did this happen?
Yeah, I was about to say, how do they approach you?
Oh,
what?
Craigslist.
Seriously. Looking for old man with house to
Well,
live under.
I was
Needs to be okay with murder.
I was
Yeah,
walking
needs to-
around in the
Corpse
in the
rifling
in the grounds late at night, and one of them approached me.
At day?
Speaking its language.
Well, it
It was
spoke
just like,
pretty
"Yo,
good
bud, what's
English,
up?"
actually. Very good.
Did it look like the others?
Yes.
Did it look like a bitch?
Yes, it did. I mean, compared
Well-
to some of the other creatures I have seen, that thing is positively civilized.
How many lodges have you had before us?
None since my wife died.
What made you take a bunch of people that you don't know and don't know each other into your house?
What, you mean you?
Yes.
I took you in on Fred Milton's recommendation, of course. He's an old friend of mine.
We are not food. Backup
No.
food.
No. Why would you think that? I brought you here and to use the resources available, the library, the peace squad, the safety.
You say this, but we don't have access to all the resources.
You mean the ghouls?
I mean, your study. You keep secrets.
I was doing research and you had access to everything else.
Everything.
You had entrusted the gem for me to study, and I did.
Did you learn anything about the gem?
I believe I was. Yes.
To wit.
To woo.
What
How
did
rude
you
of
learn?
you.
He folds his arms now. If we're going to be having this conversation, I would prefer this not to be under armed suspicion in this room. If we're going to talk about this, we're going to talk about it civilly as adults. None of this business. We're all in the same business here. We're all dealing with that which would come from beyond the worlds and end all humanity. Don't talk of it as if it's some ragamuffin thing. You've seen things that would make your mind boil. Have you not?
Yes, we haven't usually teamed up with them though.
Nor suddenly been blasé okay with like random innocent people getting killed. I think there's a slippery slope here, Chester.
Are you
Are,
sure?
are you how they say, cuntist?
Are you sure? How can you honestly say?
All right.
for
Whatever.
your-
Let's grant this for the time being and put the gun away.
Axeman has already left the gun.
You're not Axeman.
That's a fucking Edward. He died. Has already left the fucking gun by the door. Has not put it
All
away
right,
from him.
let's go down to the living room. And we'll talk about it
You
then.
going down to the room? Okay.
I like how there's a living room downstairs and a dead room upstairs.
Hail 'em up.
So you're going to go down to the living room. I take it at least one of you is still armed, even so.
Daniel's always armed.
Yeah, I mean, obviously,
He's always
obviously,
armed with his,
my clothing is composed entirely of elephant guns by this point.
Brushes himself off.
To be
And
fair, I think Violet counts as a weapon in herself.
brushes himself off as he gets to the study and pours himself the living room, pours himself a drink. And
I don't think I recommend him drinking after waking up
he's
from
going
like.
to pour himself a drink. You can tell him not to drink.
Why not? Do himself in if you want.
No. Doesn't drink it just yet, but he sits down and it's like, sits down. It's like, this is much better. Yes. Yes. So, now that we've dealt with all of that business, ask away, I suppose.
So I suppose there are really three things. The first is that you've had the gem for a while now, and you've been researching it. I assume, or what you implied was that you've been talking to the ghouls about it.
I talked to them about it, yes, and it talked to me.
Gem?
Yes, it did.
And what
What
did
did
it
it say?
say?
It has a sort of, it's hard to describe. It's got a sort of, it speaks not to you, but to what you want. It wants something.
And what does it want?
I don't know exactly. It's very
Sacrifice of some description?
no
Blood?
Tasty nibbles?
It wants to be free.
So you're saying there's something trapped inside the gem?
I'm starting to think so, yes. There's something in there that wants to be free.
But when you say something that wants to be free, are we talking something that we don't want to be free?
He gives you a sort of, are you really asking me that kind of question look.
Of course, it's something that man should not want of. All right. Horror from beyond the veil, blah blah blah. Yeah. We got it.
I take it
Sorry, just counting my drink again.
I take it you took it off me.
Yes.
Yes.
It's probably for the best.
Yeah, it did seem like being in close skin contact with something like that might not be a wise move for the long term.
Why do Ghoul want it not out?
Do you think they want the end of things?
Is it competing predator for Ghoul eats?
AFK for a second.
How to put it?
Well, they're creatures. They're not as eldritch as some of the things, I suppose.
They have needs much like we do. They need food. They need warmth. They need that's all. If one of those things were to be removed in a large area, that would really hamper their ability to survive.
Okay, so second question is, you had some documents inside your study referring to the Hound of Tindalos.
Oh, you found that.
Unfortunately so.
Yes.
So the question now becomes, what is the relevance of this to everything else? From cursory examination, we know that they are probably some type of eldritch horror. Odds on. But like, why?
He puts his head in his hands and sort of breathes very deeply.
We couldn't help but notice the interesting architecture of the room.
Yes.
No windows, no corners.
I told you previously that I lost my wife and children.
Was it to this creature?
It's, yes, it was. My wife, I got her such a beautiful hand mirror for our anniversary. It was beautiful. The cellar, it was perfect. And she loved it. And then one night, she came into the room screaming, saying she saw a face in it, and I should have known. I was.
Where did you get this thing?
The market, the cellar, antiques from the far lands.
Did you know the provenance of this object?
Only now. It's originally made in Egypt.
Interesting.
But I should have known. I should have known.
How should you have known?
I've seen. I should have read. I should have checked, and it killed her.
Had you ever seen anything like that before? Why would you assume? There's no way you can possibly hold yourself responsible for something that is simply behaving like an ordinary human being.
He just sobs. He sobs.
Someone give him a comforting arm.
Not giving him comforting anything.
I am holding him and offering him a glass.
Because what it sounds like is he's
swig
become
of
an
from the glass.
he's become an obsessive and therefore entirely unconcerned with ordinary human affairs. And maybe not evil, but oblivious and obsessed.
Doesn't make it any better.
Well, I think it does make it slightly different.
It's different, sure, but not. I wouldn't say better.
I mean, I'd rather have someone who's just being a bit of an idiot than someone who's actually a legit psycho.
It took everything, nearly everything I loved. All I'd got after this. I thought
but so this thing turns up, kills your wife and child, and doesn't kill you.
I wasn't there. I was away.
So why do you have the room? Do you still assume it's chasing you?
No, it's if it ever came back, I don't know. It's a safe room.
Where is the object?
The what?
The object that caused it to appear in the first place.
The mirror?
Yes.
Where did you guys put the mirror?
Oh god, I've still got a fucking mirror.
You still got the mirror.
You still got it, yeah.
Yeah.
It was on the table.
Well,
Shit.
I pull it out from pocket and be like...
Gee, he does not look at it. He does not look at it at all. He turns away.
Well, then perhaps it's a good idea if we cover it. I think. Can I put my coat around it for now?
Put it back in the room.
Yes, that's a good idea.
What, room or coat?
Coat and then room.
Yeah. Well, the circular room means we know that they have trouble with. So.
Yeah, it probably can't emerge.
All right, I'll put it in my coat and stick up in the room then.
Okay. So you put it away. It's like.
But what did the ghouls tell you? So far you've
ghouls.
said that the German's been talking to you, but what did the ghouls tell you?
The ghouls. The ghouls. Sorry.
He's been asleep so long he needs more naps.
No, he's
I'm
just
going
sort
to
of
bed now.
trying to not sob. The ghouls told me about. Well, the first thing they told me is that the cult are looking for it. They're looking for it.
The cult?
The Black Knife cult.
Right.
They're looking for it.
There's quite a few cults, you gotta...
Yeah, you gotta narrow it down at this
specify.
point.
The one that's
It's
after
always black something as
the
well.
one that's after you.
Good.
They're after you. They're looking for it. They have agents out. I don't think they know it's here yet.
Do you know why they want it? Are they aiming to set it free?
It's a guess. I'd imagine so. Maybe they think they can control it. Maybe they seek to gain power from it or a boon. I don't know. Why would anyone?
It's probably Stravinsky in the stone.
Why would anyone keep such? So alluring, though. The person in there is so beautiful.
Okay, it's pretty
Yeah.
clear it's been fucking with your head.
Yeah, I mean, it gave me some pretty kooky dreams. So,
This is some Gollum shit, boys.
well,
Plus us.
He's probably trying to keep him separated from it for a bit. See
well,
if
it's
he's-
It's wrapped up in my pocket currently.
I'm going to ask him, tell me, Chester, how do you feel about the object right now?
I kind of want it.
You kind of want it.
When I had it, I felt. Originally, it was fine. I was just studying it, and then when it started speaking in my dreams, I knew I needed to keep it safe.
Alright, lads, I got an idea. All I need is a couple of dwarves, a few elves, some men, and we need to
Toss
go
it
on a
into a
trip.
fucking
I
volcano.
need to keep
Yeah.
Exactly.
it safe, and now it's away from me. I know that I shouldn't have it, but there's a part of me that really doesn't trust you with it, even though I know I should.
Having possessed it for a while, how would Daniel feel about it now, after the fact?
I didn't have it for that long though.
And it's not touching his skin.
Yeah, and currently it's.
Because he had it on a
had it
chain
around my
his
neck,
neck.
I think.
But what
don't-
I'm thinking is that some of that might wear off if we
I-
put him and the gem in different.
I don't think
parts
it
of the house
being
for a
like
while.
skin. I think it's proximity. I don't think it's a skin that makes the difference.
All right, let's get this gem in a fucking box, boys.
Sounds good to me.
In a fucking box, please.
Well, then let's not tell Chester where we're putting it either.
Yeah,
No,
I think I'm gonna say. I think we should say, Chester. I think Chester, can you see that your behaviour has been distorted by this?
I would like to try something with the gem
I,
before we do anything with it
I,
later.
Do you agree, Chester?
I hadn't even when I'd met the ghouls before. We were just. It had never been bodies. Why did I agree to bodies?
Have you been reading the papers, Chester?
No, I don't read them.
There's a
Blasted
man called Yuck, the Ripper.
Jack the Ripper. He's been
Uh,
long dead, we think.
Yeah, but things been chopping up, so
Oh.
they think he back. So I think your friends maybe.
No, those aren't ghoul killings. Because Jack the Ripper had a specific MO. You wouldn't call it a Jack the Ripper style killing.
Well, we should have a look at one of
Killing.
those corpses
And
then.
not least because the ghouls eat corpses. They wouldn't just go into a train and murder.
Didn't Jack the Ripper hunt prostitutes?
Yeah, exactly. He killed
And
hookers. He had a
the
very
article
specific MO.
specifically said that they were prostitutes that were.
Yeah, exactly. Like I
Well,
don't. It would be bizarre if ghouls was something like that. Jack the Ripper guy had some fucking style.
But was there also man corpses in the pile?
Yeah, there were.
Okay.
There were.
Although to be fair, Gigolo's boys.
There's got to be some connection somewhere.
Oh, I have done some things. It's gem.
Right.
Right. Yeah.
Just a good rest.
It is. Yes. Yes, I need rest. I think I. Yes.
You are old. You won't mind if we lock the door.
Do whatever. I must rest.
You knock on door. We let you out in morning.
He
Yes.
goes. Yes, he's just
sort
nodding. You get the feeling that from his responses that you think the gem might have had some part to play in his decision with the bodies from your question.
But why would why would the gem want to help the things that want to help him not do the gemming?
It's more that he doesn't care about anything else.
I think it's a mind influence thing, isn't it?
Oh,
I think
Because
that's
like a key part of like Cthulhu shit is that people start doing some really fucked up stuff.
but
and
what I don't
they get
understand.
obsessed.
According to him, the ghouls wanted to stop the thing in the gem, but why would the gem thing tell him to feed the things that were trying to stop
No,
it?
no.
I don't think it does
He's
that,
not
does
saying he's not saying the gem specifically told him to feed them. It's saying the gem
It just
probably
made him not
contributed
care.
to him not giving a shit. Yeah.
Okay.
I think it just makes him care about the gem, and that's it. I think.
And then it was
Yeah.
by that
About
logic,
the German?
by that from the conclusion, it's like,
Yeah.
I want to find out about this. The ghouls will help me. The ghouls say do this. I will do this because it will help me find out about it.
Okay,
Yeah.
I want to try something with the gem.
Okay.
Oh, I'll pass over then. Knock yourself out.
It's at home. I will get my big camera, and I will go find a room somewhere in the house.
Look for see if tiny thing is inside gem.
No, I'll go find a room that where I can drape a white sheet on the wall, and then I'll replace one of the lenses in the camera with the gem. Just fix it in there, and have a bright light on one side, and try and see if I can project an image onto the sheet.
Oh, this is a good plan.
This is going to end wonderfully.
I want to draw something. I have another.
That is like a pleasingly literal way of taking photographs of the inside a gem.
Okay, you're gonna do this. Anyone have any objections? Or
Anyone want to join me?
Anyone gonna get the popcorn?
Sure, let's get some popcorn, some like chocolate, and just sit down and watch the show.
Alright, you're gonna do this. You're gonna set up in a room. Not particularly fussed as to which room. The room with the ritual had no windows.
Let's do that one.
I wouldn't recommend the room with the corpses. That also has no windows.
Any
Also stinky.
room where there's room enough to.
Yeah, the
get
study
rid of
will
this.
have room. The study
Okay.
will have room. You can set this up. It's not hard. You find your various tools. It takes a little bit of because the thing is so like it doesn't take to friction well. It's difficult to keep it in place.
Yeah, I assume just slap some clay on it.
Eventually you sort of hold it in with little other things, that are sort of almost cupping it in
Yeah.
there. But
I am, by the way, ready with sketchbook and other camera.
you're
Okay,
ready
my
with
sound is
sketch.
broke.
Hello,
I'll be
Luke?
right back.
Oh, he has disappeared for a moment.
Yeah, sorry, my sound just went back and came back.
Oh,
Cool. Hello, sorry.
Outrageous.
outrageous. So you're gonna take you're gonna try and magnify, project.
I just want to see what's in there,
Okay.
and then try and copy it as best I can. This is probably the best way of getting a 2D representation of what's going on inside there, which is
Okay.
probably going to be the least difficult to.
All right. You project a grand total of nothing.
Oh. Okay.
Gonna keep looking.
Moving on then.
For about, as you're about to put it away, though, you and only you, because you're looking at it as a particular angle that nobody else is looking at it, make me a sanity roll.
Sanity roll.
Sanity roll.
Sanic roll.
Sanic roll.
Gotta go fast.
94.
Yeah, you went really fast.
Oh dear.
That might be good though.
Okay. I'm going to find the section.
Well, my brain shoot out the back of my head.
You're about to find out. You're just about to like look away from the thing, like the whole spectacle, when you spot something. Just for a very very brief moment, you spot something projected in absolute clarity.
Oh, nice.
Absolute clarity. Before we go on, lose 13 points of sanity.
Oh, juicy.
13 points. That's
Is that more than 1/5 of your current sanity?
Yes.
Sanity.
So how much are you on now?
I will need a calculator because I am terrible with
You're at
numbers.
52 right now.
Yes.
So you're
mine.
on 39.
Yeah, 39.
You need to... You basically... I'm going to describe it, but you have gone quite a bit more wibble than you had before. This is your first instance of going mad from the mythos, isn't it?
Oidor.
So you are going to gain 5% Cthulhu mythos.
Yeah.
Fucking nice.
Juicy.
It's not good what you're about to see. You basically, for a briefest of moments, you see a scenario, a scene that defies all logic. Like, that none of the shapes that you encounter around this entity have any sort of basis or foundation in any law of physics or reality that you can comprehend. Your eyes constantly try and focus and refocus just to figure out what shape these things are and what colour they are, as if they are there and aren't there. Your brain is struggling to comprehend what this is. In the centre of it, you see, just for a moment, a writhing mass, a massive writhing mass of green, fleshy tentacles connected to a amorphous blob of flesh that are just reaching out and touching and feeling all of these like non-Euclidean shapes, and you lose 13 sanity points, and you basically go completely motionless. You basically stand there and
Ribble.
you do not even react.
He would sort of have done that anyway. What he would try to do as soon as he regains sanity is to try to stay in the vision long as he can, so he can get as clear a picture of it as
You
possible.
have basically entered into a complete stupor.
I will remain in this stupor.
Nobody else sees this. Nobody else sees this whatsoever. And so you basically, nothing happens. He's about to move away and he just stops.
Told you we should have chucked it in the fucking mountain.
Just looking at the wall. And you wait there for a little while, and after about a minute, you realise he's still not moved. He's not done anything.
Hello, Hassan?
Edward gives him a tap, see if he reacts.
Better not disturb me. Memorizing.
I
He,
snap my fingers and point to Thingy and say,
not
Daniel,
a
hello?
there's no... Anybody that taps him gets no reaction.
Daniel, get the smelling salts. Something's happened to Hassie.
I'm gonna use my torch to check his eyes, see if they react at all.
No. He doesn't react.
Catatonia. Click click.
Nothing to do with cats, sadly.
No.
He's just like, nope.
He likes doom metal.
The gem is just still there.
Yes.
So what are we gonna do?
You, by the way, Schmidt, see them all huddling around this man that's not doing anything. He's just stopped. You've seen nothing.
I see nothing.
You've seen, like, he's done this whole projection thing. You watched. You thought you might see
I
something.
see nothing.
You're not blind. No, you've seen nothing. Nothing's come out of the projector, but he's just stopped, and everyone's sort of being concerned about him.
Okay. I grab the man and slap him.
Okay,
'Cause this is I've seen people go into shock like this, and I must slap them out of it.
you slap him, which is, you know, the next logical step. It doesn't do a thing.
I see.
Okay, he's completely catatonic. We need to...
He is good as well.
Jesus,
Yeah.
we need to do something.
Do we have smelling salts?
You're going to get some.
Das Salz, das smelling Salz.
You're going to get some. You going to try the smelling salts when you get them?
Yes.
Not a thing.
All right.
He's breathing.
At this point, he is broken. We must throw him out.
Anyone got any ideas?
Well, is the projector still going?
Leave him there until
It's-
he stops.
Yeah, it's
being
still
wicked.
going.
I look at the projector
you're
and I
basically
look at him and I turn off the projector.
You turn off the light, which is shining through the thing magnifying. You turn that off, so that's gone. So nothing is being put on the wall.
Well, considering he was looking at this thing before he suddenly stopped reacting, I think we should once again cover this thing up and move it away from everybody.
So
No objections?
no
No.
objection, right? Okay. And any particular plans with your now completely motionless friend?
Should we take him up? Should we try and carry him upstairs and plonk him on a bed for now? And keep an eye on him.
Close my eyes, please. They're getting dry.
Drip, drip.
Basically, as you are like you're a little unsure as to how you do, and as you you think, do I push him? Do you lead him? And eventually, as you try and lead him, he does actually follow. But he's not following like through any sort of impetus, or he's just following because you are going, you're coming along, and he's just going.
See.
He's not actually reacting to any questions or.
So we've got a slight problem.
It'll be fine.
And I believe, with your confrontation with Chester and the situation that you have left Hasi, this might be a good point to consider what you have been informed about the this gem.
What, that it's
A bit
Bit
iffy.
shit.
right?
A
Well, I
bit
mean, yeah,
iffy.
it's clear that he's seen some fucked up shit.
And I believe that is a good time to call it for the time being.
All right. What are we gonna call it?
Right.
And good news, nobody died.
Mellow.
That's all right.
Thank fuck.
Well, at least one person
Matt
was brain
doctoring.
dead.
Who's
So?
dead? Wait, who's dead?
I think he's brain dead.
Oh, okay, sorry. I thought you
You-
said something. No.
So no change from usual then.
Wait, what happened? Did someone die
Hey.
that I didn't know about? And so,
Hey.
when we return back to the lands of the house that you are still in,
It sounds more dramatic than you're making it there.
I don't know. It's pretty dramatic.
When we go back to some old English house, it looks like the rest.
It's a nice English house. But you know where the stairs are.
Well, that's the main thing.
That's all right.
Although you didn't know where anything else was when you were looking at that Hassie. It's like,
I'm
well,
just
where?
bummed out we don't have a magic sword anymore.
You
What,
still-
we lost that?
I
No.
think, didn't we?
No. It's
Oh, that's
down,
right then. Okay.
It's down there if you want to go get it.
No longer bummed out. Okay.
You have one. It's in there's another sword which is downstairs if you want to go get it.
Come on,
But,
did no one else want to reenact Lord of the Rings? Grab a magic sword and smack the gem. Come on. I know how to deal with this problem.
what you would be,
These
what you'd be
children.
more worried about is if that actually worked.
Yeah, it just breaks through. It's like, bollocks.
And so,
The sour one
and
comes
so
out.
I shall catch you guys next time. Say
Okay,
goodbye,
guys.
everyone.
Bye.
Goodbye,
And
everyone.
buy a sword.